I'm Mackenzie Curtis, and I'm a junior.
All right, Mackenzie, and what's the difference between, first and foremost, between this team and last team and the year before that? I mean, you guys have grown together now, most of you, for this is your third year now.
Definitely the experience on the court. We are starting now with the majority of us being juniors, and that gives us a lot of knowledge on the court. Like I said, and experience as well. In tight situations, we've had 2 games already where it came down to the wire, and having that junior experience and having the majority of the starters be a starter for the last 3 years really helps when it comes down to it, and our second game was a win because of it. So
That was good. And to your right,
Oh, hi, I'm Shiana Purities. I'm a junior.
and what do you think this year presents as far as challenges and where you guys will excel and the competition? As you would compare.
I don't know.
Compare it to freshman, sophomore year.
Oh.
What's the difference in the level?
I feel like I became a better player and a better leader than my freshman and sophomore year.
And the level.
The level of play is faster and harder than it was freshman year because I have to put the ball up the court compared to freshman year I didn't.
Okay. And Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Bickford. I'm a sophomore. Hi, I'm Tiffany Bickford, and I'm a sophomore.
And what do you bring to the table, especially Tiffany? I mean, this is your second year now, and you've pretty much been playing full time for the last 2 years. And what do you think you add to the team, especially?
Personally, I think I know we already have like a shooter, like we all can shoot on this team, but I think just adding another shooter, it expands our playing because we have the inside-outside game more now, and I think I bring in some good energy, I guess. So.
And thank you, Tiffany. And to your right.
Hi, I'm Emma Driskill, and I'm a junior.
And you've also been very seasoned and been here for quite a while. What would you compare the couple of seasons that you've been here? I mean, it's changed quite a bit, but I mean, you guys have been climbing up ever since you were freshmen. You're getting better each year. And what do you bring personally to the table, do you think, as far as a teammate?
I think having being tall and Jacey, we bring height, so it's we can play the inside out game and stuff like that.
And if you, we'll throw some other things in there. And then how about if you had to pick defense or offense? I mean, what's your favorite portion of the game?
Offense.
Scoring.
Yeah.
Okay.
And blocking shots.
And then I'm gonna throw another curveball also.
Yeah.
Who do you look forward to playing in league in particular when league starts?
Grossmont.
Because because all of them are gonna be pretty tough. I mean, we know Mount Miguel's gonna be tough. We know Grossmont's gonna be tough. We kind of don't know what Mount McGill is this year, but I mean, they bring usually their A game to the table all the time. But it looks like you guys got a pretty good group this year. Any differences in particular, though, as I asked before, compared to the previous two?
Well, freshman year, it was my first year playing, so ever playing basketball. So then really improving the 2 years that I've been here, 3 years that I've been here, has helped.
So you're a seasoned player now.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the game of basketball.
Yeah.
Okay, and to your right?
Hi, I'm Stephanie Yeakle, and I'm a junior.
And what do you bring to the table, especially offensively, defensively?
I'm just a body. I hit people, I box out. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
What do you personally bring? What are your personal strengths, and what are some of your, we won't even call them weaknesses. What do you need to make adjustments on?
I need to communicate more with my teammates to help the offense kind of flow better. I take the ball out of bounds for us. I'm an inbounder for like our sideline plays and our out of bounds plays. I don't know. I set screens for our players so Mackenzie can get the ball. Yeah.
I mean, especially you can say you're bringing the outside shot. I mean, you had a nice 3. I heard just the other night. Who was that against? Mackenzie?
Ramona.
So, as I'm saying. Okay. And then we will move.
all of our dirty work.
We will move
That's what I just
back down this way.
You do all
And
the
to-
dirty work.
The grunt of the work. You guys.
And to Mackenzie's left.
Hi, I'm Kylie Mead and I'm a junior.
And you play multiple sports, correct?
Yeah.
And those are?
Softball, basketball, and volleyball.
And if you had to choose a favorite, and yes, you are going to say it right here, if you had to choose a favorite sport,
My favorite would be softball.
is there any particular reason why, or?
I've just been playing it for the longest. Like I started at such a young age and I've just always loved it. I mean, I love the other sports, just like they're close seconds and thirds, I guess.
Well, I know that 2 out of the 3 teams are pretty competitive on a
Yeah.
constant basis too, being the basketball team and then also the softball team's pretty good. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of graduates though, so
Yeah.
we're going to be starting from scratch, but that's a whole nother talk some other time.
Yep.
And what do you bring to the table, especially this year, as far as to your team?
Well, as of right now, I'm hurt. I'm out with a shoulder injury, so I'm not able to do a lot, but I still come every day and try to be as positive and like pay attention and still learn the game, so when I'm able to come back, I can contribute as much as I can.
And do you know about when you're going to be back or if you're going to return this season?
I go back to the doctor in January, mid-January, so hopefully I will be cleared to play, and I'll be right around when league starts.
Perfect timing to come in.
Yep.
And we're getting to the end, and I know that Jordan, you have definitely run into a rut yourself after, was it ACL?
Yeah, ACL and meniscus.
And so that pretty much ends your season.
Yeah, just for
And-
this year.
So you have one more year, at least it's not your senior year.
It is my senior year.
Oh, that's okay. Do you think that's gonna hurt anything as far as the scholarships you were looking at, or were you looking more towards an academic scholarship?
Well, I definitely could go somewhere for academics, but basketball's always been my main priority. But now, because of like how well-known junior colleges have become, I'm not really afraid to go there for a couple of years and then transfer, because that's always a great idea.
Yeah, and I mean we have several to choose from too. If you don't mind me asking, have you already been to Mesa, Southwestern, Grossmont?
Yeah, Grossmont. Yeah, Grossmont, really.
So you talked to
considering.
Karen probably a
Yeah,
couple
a
of
lot.
times. Okay. I mean, what do you bring them other than that? I mean, I hate to put it that you're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be kind of a cheerleader, but I mean, they're going to need all that on the bench also. I mean, so you're going to need to be there
Yeah.
every game, every practice also to bring them up.
Well, considering like I've played so long, I think these girls have really, like they really trust me. So my opinion and what I tell them means a lot to them. So them listening to me, just giving them advice, because I mean I do have a really high basketball IQ. So anything I tell them really matters.
But the one thing is, and some of you know, some of you don't, we're going to be missing the Terror Twins. There's going to be no longer for this season anyway. And then as far as And then you had also tennis too, correct?
Yeah, I played tennis my my freshman and sophomore year, but I didn't play my junior, or I can't play this year either.
Did you just decide that it's just basketball was the route you wanted to go?
Well, I broke my foot last year, so I couldn't play tennis. I would have. I actually got to play in the end of the season, just a little bit in CIF.
But it sounds like you got a pretty good attitude about the whole thing, though. I mean,
Yeah, it's best to stay positive. Things happen for a reason, so.
and you'll still get to see a possible league championship, possible
Oh, yeah.
CIF championship.
I believe in them.
So, and then last but not least, to your left,
Hi, I'm Jacey Danks. I'm a junior.
and now, have you spent all 3 years? No, you
I
haven't.
have not. I transferred my freshman year right after the basketball season. I transferred my freshman year, so I only played with them last year. Was my first year with them.
And coming from the program that you were in before, was there big differences?
Oh yeah, definitely. It wasn't as competitive before this, and these girls, I've become really, really close with these girls. These girls have become a little bit more than teammates to me for sure. The last team I came from, they were really only just teammates and weren't really friends outside of school or anything like that. So yeah, there's a big difference, definitely, both socially and basketball-wise, for sure.
And a basketball team's like a football team is. It's a sisterhood. And
Definitely.
it's definitely something, especially when you guys play together for so long. Most of you.
Too long.
Don't ever say too long.
Never long enough.
But I'm gonna let you close it out. Mackenzie, what are your thoughts on how the season is gonna go, and is there any team in particular you're looking to play?
Going season-wise, we're definitely looking to make an impact this year, like I said, for having as many juniors and upperclassmen as we do. And we also have incoming kids as well who are new to the team, who are going to step up big time this year for us and really help us. We have a defensive specialist coming in, and then another one who can run the point for us, which will be huge to take one of our scorers and put her in scoring position. And then playing team-wise this year, in league is Grossmont for sure. And Mount McGill, but Grossmont and Mount McGill for sure. We lost to them last year, and we are not looking to do that again this year. And then out of league-wise, I think our main goal is just to grow as a team. I don't think there's a specific team we're looking for this year, but just us individually and us as a team. So it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, and of course, it's good to start with some of those tougher teams anyway, so you can test your skills. And so far, so good. You guys have done pretty well against the non-league competition. So
we held our own against Imperial. Unfortunately, we lost that one, but we bounced back. That was a tough one to lose. And then we bounced back against Holtville, won that one, and then we played in Ramona's gym and won that one too. So tonight is our first home game against Santa Fe Christian, and we're looking to keep our momentum going and win this one tonight as well.
And any thoughts on that one in particular?
We played them freshman year in CIF. That one had a roller coaster of emotions in that game. But we're just coming here tonight and hoping that we run our stuff. We need to execute. Definitely defensive-wise, we need to push, get our easy steals and layups, and finish. So we'll see.
Sounds good.
The league, by the way, girls, is Helix, Mount McGill, Grossmont, and you as a toss-up. So if you think that there's only one team to beat, you are mistaken.
Thank you.
And that's audio from Coach Curtis.